leg rests, and I'm going to remove the side panel in which I'm going to. Would you mind being my patient here? Great job. So our rules are always the same, transferring to the strong side if able. So I'm going to remove the side panel and I'm going to get the chair nice and close to him there. Same thing, slight angle, eliminate that window. If it's a big angle, I've created that window. What could go wrong? It's going to go wrong there if something does. So we want it snugged up there.
So right leg's gonna be non-weight bearing?
I didn't say non-weight bearing for this. Let's demonstrate. Let's practice everything with weight bearing, but it might be pain. It could be other reasons. We'll add in weight bearing status changes later. Okay. All right. So my setup. This is basically the exact same thing, except we're coming upright and not bumping across the board. Now, this is the scariest one for me because it's got to be all in one motion. All of the other transfers, I have a moment to say, are you okay? Right? Slide board after that first bump, you good? If not, we get to bail. This one, once we're up, we're going for it. But my positioning is the same. I thought everybody did a really good job. My one foot is right next to his. My leg makes a wall. My other foot is going to point towards where we're going. Just make sure you're not inside of the wheelchair, because now once we start moving, come on up. Now this leg is in his way, right? So make sure you're outside of that, get it out of the way. Now if we've got really long legs, you might have a really wide base. If we have shorter legs, we got to find a way that we can still do this and keep yourself safely. So this is highly individualized, and sometimes it's going to matter who our patient is too. All right, so the next thing, squat pivot. We're going to slide forward for me. The first step is always slide forward to the edge. The next step for this one, we're going to pre-position this foot forward a little bit. Because if we don't, if we keep this foot all the way back, once he comes up, once he starts to go, he's got to pivot and he's going to come on top of that leg. Right? So that now we're big fall risk. Sit back down, pre-position this forward. Now once he comes up, legs come up, now start to pivot. Now it's out of the way. Do you see that? Right? So just pre-position that forward. There's a Goldilocks thing we got to get with that pre-positioning. What's his injured side? His right side. So he needs his left side to produce a lot of power. If we get this left leg all the way forward, he can't really push up with this. But if it's all the way back, yeah, he can produce a lot of power, but it's going to be in our way once we start to move. So we've got to Goldilocks this thing a little bit. I would always err on the side of getting it out of the way first, because then I can, if he's successful, big strong upper body, maybe he's strong enough everywhere else he's successful, great. If he's unsuccessful, being the clinical based problem solver you are, you'll say, okay, suck that back just a little bit, suck this back a little bit. You'll figure out that perfect middle ground. All right, so everything else, patient does as much as they can. Instructions. All right, patient, you already slid forward. We're going to pre-position this foot a little forward. What I want you to do is push up. As soon as your rear end is off of the table, I want you to reach this hand to the armrest, and we're going to just pivot right into the chair. I'm going to be right here with you. I'm going to get this nice and close with us. Brakes are locked. All right, what are we going to do?
Pushing my hands.
Yep.
Butts off the table. Go for this.
Perfect.
Pivot.
Perfect. All right, ready to try?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, push, 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 reach. Slow, slow, slow. Nice job. All right, that was perfect. So this one, like I said, once you move, we're basically going for it. Once his rear end's off the table, like it's go time, we're going. So I want you guys to focus on getting nice and close. High school dance, be an 11th grader, not a 7th grader, okay? Get that close. The other thing, as we're doing the transfers, those little words of encouragement or cues can really help. If you saw in the previous, no patient needed added cues to reach hand to armrest. That's your, as a therapist, planning your visit to say, that's what I'm going to be talking about. Sometimes it's just word of encouragement, other times it's cues, but we got to make sure that you're talking the entire time. Okay? okay? All right, any questions with this one?